What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the kingdom. In the previous part, we were setting out to clear this area. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So that should pretty much take care of that. The builders are going to start chopping down the trees. We should probably cut down these as well, but I think we have to clear this area before we can move on. So that's just what we'll do. Now, since it is still morning, I'm just gonna go out there. How many coins do I have? Alright, I have 5 coins. That should be enough to recruit some people from the left side. Like I said in the previous part, it's very important to get more people pretty much every day to expand your kingdom, have more people, have more archers. I mean, if you don't do that, eventually, you know, the enemy is going to just overrun you. With sheer numbers. Here we go. What's up, little peasants? How about joining me? I'm buying you with 1 coin. Alright, so there we go. That should be enough. I could go further and try to get like 2 more people. But the thing is that I would have to go really, really far. And it's, you know, I don't really want to get in trouble and get murdered. So I'm going to try to avoid situations that have any risk or too much risk. So if I just, you know, go to the first camp on the left, that's pretty doable. It's actually quite far, but it is that far that is at least slightly doable. So I'm just going to do that instead of going all the way to the left. And alright, let's cut down these as well. We still have some time left. The builders are quick. They actually run now, which is really nice to see. And the coins that you invest for cutting down the trees, you actually get them back after the trees are actually cut down. So it's not too bad. Alright, looks like the merchant made it back as well. That's real nice to see. Let's see if we can actually reach the camp on the right as well. There's probably one more dude in there. Yep, here we go. There's actually 2 guys. So that is a total of 4 people that we recruited in 1 day. That's quite good. You know, we actually cleared an area for the farm, and we got 4 new people. So I'm just gonna grab, let's say 2 bows. Let's just do that. So that way at least we have some more archers. I think we should be okay. We have a lot of archers on either side. I'm guessing about 7. So that should definitely be enough for the enemies for now. The walls are still quite weak. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, just run, buddy. You can make it. Let's see if I can see the enemy. Here we go. Alright, so this time around I'm just going to stand around so you guys can see the fight going down. It surely is a lot more exciting. So as you can see, 1 arrow will just kill one of these normal guys. And, you know, there's just 4 guys. I mean, that's just pretty much nothing. Alright, we need 7 coins for this. So today what we're going to do is we are going to get that farm going. Because we need to get more coins from somewhere, especially if I am recruiting more people. And we definitely want to get some better walls soon as well. So we need a good, reliable source of income, which is pretty much just what farming is. And the merchant, of course. But he only gives about, I'm guessing 7-8 coins. Something like that. Alright, go, buddy. Alright, so with this money that I have now, I just want to make sure that we got this farm going before I start investing in the upgrading of walls. Actually, let's do that one. We are going to move further to the left. Wait, did I go too far? Oh, here it is. Alright, I almost didn't see it because of the moss growing on it. But this is where the farm will be. Now let's see what they prioritize, if they want to make the wall first or the... cut down the trees, maybe. I really don't know what they prefer doing. It looks like they just sort of split up the work. That's good. Alright, keep running. So I'm gonna have the new builder on the right there upgrade this. There you go. Good job, man. I am really proud of you. Thanks for the money. Can I make a farm now, please? Here we go. So everything will sort of clear up after you remove everything. And you can get going with the farm. Let's see. I'm gonna get a normal watchtower here as well. I didn't make a watchtower yet, and there's a very simple reason why I didn't do that. It's because I know that when I upgrade this main camp to a certain level, it will automatically upgrade all walls and watchtowers in the middle to a pretty high level. So investing any type of money in that is kind of a waste. Which is the only reason that, you know, I didn't do it. Alright, please. Yes, here we go. New guy. I was hoping for this because this guy is going to grab that farming tool. Unless we have a guy on the left that maybe I didn't see. Which is completely feasible, but I don't think that's the case, so that's good. Alright. So here we go, we have a little watchtower now. The reason you don't want to make too many of these, this is something that was the same in the original kingdom. Every watchtower, there's always going to be a permanent archer in there. So basically, this guy right now, I mean, he's pretty useful, but what if I expand further towards the left? He's just going to be sitting here. There's not going to be any enemies for him to kill, so he will basically just be a waste of an archer. And, you know, that's something that you don't want. So when it comes to watchtowers, I'm just going to be pretty careful that I don't make too many. I think that that's very important. Alright, here we go. So the first farmer's starting to do a little bit of work. He's not going to get any coins. I mean, it actually takes him about a day to get a harvest, I believe. And the music is suggesting to me right now that this might be a dangerous night. I'm not sure if that's true, but it could be true. I kind of want to upgrade this wall now, but I won't. I may have made a slight mistake by not upgrading the wall on the right as well over there. Let's see what we're gonna run into now. The enemies, I'm pretty sure, always come from the right in this game. Because that's where they started coming from, and I'm pretty sure that's where the portal is located. Yep, Blood Moon. Oh no. So when you see the red moon, you know that you're in trouble. That's like the hardest night to get through, so this could be very challenging. Let's see where we go. Please, please, just aim well, guys. We have a very weak wall. Now, luckily, the earliest blood moons will not be that bad. They just probably spawn a few more enemies. I think we might be okay. But later on, the blood moons are absolutely killing. I mean, there's so many enemies. Alright, looks like we're good. Thank God. Alright, so I'm just gonna collect my coins from the merchant then. This is something that I actually forget every now and again because I'm like busy in the morning. I mean, at this point I could actually run out there and be safe, so that's something that I do like to do, but when it comes to the merchant, that would actually kind of waste the day for him. Alright, so build the wall. And Mexico's gonna pay for it. Alright, so we're gonna build that wall. Expand a little bit towards the right, but not too far. And I also want to grab some dudes from the right as well. Like I've been saying, I'm just going to keep repeating myself here, but, you know, recruitment, man, that's what it's all about in this game. Okay, I just dropped the coin. Don't want to do that. Alright, Horsey's still tired. I don't really recall how far the first camp on the right is. I'm not sure if I pointed this out in the first video, but the game is pretty much randomized every time. So sometimes you just get sort of a kingdom where it's quite easy for you. That actually happened for me in the original kingdom one time, is that I think that's the first time I actually beat the game, is when I had a watchtower, then a wall, and another watchtower. So basically the wall was covered by two different watchtowers, like 2 or 3 archers in each of those towers. And that made it really, really easy for me to expand one way, because it was absolutely impossible for the enemy to get past that wall. Even like really late into the game, I had so many archers that it actually started to slow down the game a whole bunch. That was pretty amazing. That's definitely my favorite run with the original kingdom. But the whole randomized map thing is really, really cool. Because that just changes the game every time you play it, and that's the type of game that I really enjoy, at least. Alright, let's see if there's a new guy. Yes, there is. What's up, little peasant man? Alright, so that's another 3 recruits that we just got. Now we are going to have to upgrade this wall right here. Get that first watchtower. And if I can afford it, I would definitely like to, let's see, we gotta get bows for the new people, but we also really gotta upgrade the main camp. I mean, it is about time that we do that. Alright, that's 2 coins, which isn't good, but it's not bad either. Come on, farmer, please. See, that's quite nice. Alright, please. Give me some cash, farmer man. I get a feeling this guy's almost done. You can see the little plants growing if you look quite closely. Alright, kill the money, please. I need his money. Thank you. I like how a bunny is basically worth the exact same amount of money as a human being. That's very interesting. Alright, so I'm just gonna upgrade this. I know I don't have that many coins, but we need to do this. So now we get an actual building. Let's just take a look at this when it's done. Yeah, look at that. I actually really like this building. I think it looks really cool. I don't think it really does anything new for me straight away. Are any new guys spawned? Nope. Oh yes, one guy did. Alright, quickly man, the enemy is coming. Come on, you gotta get to safety. Alright, so this is looking pretty safe now. We have a stronger wall, we have more archers, little watchtower. That's really good. One other thing that I do want... Oh, actually we do get something new, by the way. We get this, which if you have not played the original Kingdom, these are catapults. So when you start investing a bit of money in this, a catapult will spawn, which is incredibly effective against defending, against big groups of enemies. So this is definitely something we're gonna need as soon as I get more money. And they're actually used by builders, not archers. So that's another reason why you do want more builders than just for building stuff. Alright, this guy doesn't have anything. We have several people walking around with no job to do. Alright, look at this. This guy's actually new, and it took me a little while to figure out what exactly it is that he does. Let's go with that. We're gonna get... I think I got that builder, didn't I? Alright, let's see what I'm gonna do. Alright, I am gonna make the catapult because we are gonna need it eventually. So you'll see that getting built. But this new guy, it took me a little while to figure out exactly what he did. He was just walking around and I just had no idea. Until I figured out that I was able to give him coins. And right now, he's not gonna do anything with that coin, but once you start giving this guy a lot of coins, he actually saves them in the building, so you can use this as a little type of bank, basically. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I did realize that every morning when I stood in front of this guy, he gave me a lot of coins from the building, so it's just a really nice... Okay, I messed up. Oh, we need one coin. I forgot about the merchant. Alright, thank you. Thank God. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty expensive mistake to make. But yeah, basically that allows you to stockpile your cash for when you're in trouble or something like that. I thought it was really nice, especially because in the original Kingdom there were some times, every here and again, where I just had more money than I knew what to do with. From what little I played of New Lands, that hasn't happened yet, so... That's really nice. I mean, they did a lot of things to balance the game. They patched the original Kingdom for like a really long time after releasing it, but eventually I didn't really play it that much anymore. So I'm not entirely sure, you know, what part of the updates are in New Lands and what was actually just patched in later. But they did a just tremendous job with adding things and balancing it out later, which is really nice. Alright, let's see, we got two guys walking around doing nothing. Guess we're just gonna do this. Alright, so this is the catapult. It'll actually just sit with your archers and it's gonna start firing at people. Well, not people, at enemies when they show up. I'm hoping that tonight we're gonna see some enemies because that would actually be pretty cool to see the catapult in action. But I guess, you know, fingers crossed and all that. Alright, this guy actually also goes inside when it's nighttime. He doesn't fight, he doesn't do anything. That's really all that he does, from what I've seen. Maybe later on he does other stuff though. That totally could be the case. Thank you. That's pretty good. Give me some more. Alright, you have money, right? There we go. This guy probably has some cash. Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, if I upgrade the farms right now, that would actually make it into a building where the farmers never leave during the night either. At least that's how it was in the original Kingdom. So I definitely do not want to upgrade the farm quite yet. That would be very dangerous to do. Alright, I'm also going to grant one more farmer. Let's see, how much was this? 8. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, man. But yes, this is good, though. So as you can see, the walls behind the building just turned to stone. It was nighttime, so it might be a little bit difficult to see. Oh, here we go. So now you get little guys with masks, but catapults will just decimate just about anything that they hit. They are amazing, and you definitely need these. Alright, so now these walls will be upgraded, as well as the watchtowers, because the main building is now a pretty high level. So that's why I didn't do anything in the middle. That is my little tactic strategy thing, hint, tip. Alright, day 8. Please give me my money, merchant man. Thank you, much appreciated. So I think it might be about time as well that we start expanding towards the right. As bad as that makes me feel, because there's just an amazing farming spot here. And we need that, basically. But it is gonna not allow us to recruit any more people from the camp that is directly to the right of us. So then we have to walk a whole lot further, past this thing and then the statue and all that, to really, stand a chance, basically, to recruit more people. Look at that little pillar back there. I don't know what's up with that, but it looks cool. But then again, honestly, in my opinion, pretty much everything about this game looks cool. I've seen a lot of people complaining about sort of pixel graphics lately. But personally, I don't really get enough of them. I really enjoy them when they're done well, like in this game. I don't know why I felt the need to talk about that, but I did it anyway. But okay, we got 2 new people, that's sweet. I'm not going to use this thing yet, because I'm not entirely sure when we're actually going to need it. So for now, I'm just going to hold off on that thing. And I do think that we're just going to clear the camp that is directly to the right of our kingdom. Just to expand a bit, get more farms. I mean, 4 farmers are going to bring in a lot more coins than 2, obviously. And it's really close to the kingdom as well, meaning that the farmers are never really going to get into any serious danger. That's another thing that I really like to see. Alright, so as soon as we can... Yep, here we go. There's one guy here. So I'm just going to recruit this guy, and then we're going to cut down the tree here. And then in the morning, we should be able to establish a farming spot here. We already have a 3rd farmer. And with a bit of luck, well, with a bit of money more likely, we can turn this guy into a 4th farmer. And then, you know, we're going to have 4 farmers going around getting us money. And it's going to be really sweet. Alright, so this camp, I'm pretty sure, is going to be gone in the morning. I've never really seen things like this disappear myself. I just know that they do disappear after you cut down all the trees. Alright, so farming tool. There we go. And then that guy's just going to be an archer or something. Let's see if these guys got me some cash. There we go. Everybody hand in your cash to the boss. Otherwise, you are not entering my kingdom. It's actually kind of nice how they just sort of stop running, throw down their coins, and then continue. Sweet. Alright, thanks. That's a lot of money. That's real nice. We are probably going to use this to upgrade the wall on the right. Because like I said, that's sort of the danger zone. That's where, so far, I'm pretty sure all enemies have actually shown up. So we're probably going to upgrade this wall before we do anything else. Oh, here we go. Come on, guys. We can do this. That was kind of a waste of a catapult shot, but okay. And the little guys with the masks obviously take more damage before they go down. Things like 3 arrows instead of 1. So they're pretty resilient, actually. And the camp is now gone. So upgrade this. And let's upgrade the wall. Alright, we have 1 bow remaining. We have 4 farmers. This is looking pretty good. This is basically what I want to see. I don't think we really need any more farmers, so that's good. We're basically set on the whole farming situation. Now all we really need to focus on is recruiting more people, getting more archers, stuff like that. And then we'll be good. Alright, day 9. Boom, go. Alright, so they're upgrading this. That'll be real nice. Alright, I'm actually gonna go to the left then. And recruit some people there. I'm also gonna get one extra bow. I'm gonna start recruiting people on the left now. I'm not entirely sure if that really is closer than the recruitable people on the right, but they were really far away. So I just want to sort of compare. Still very early morning. Merchant is on his way, so we did not forget about that. We have another farming spot here. That actually has a lot of potential because that could bring us to 6 farmers. Especially since there isn't really any danger from the left, that could be really, really nice. But even though I know that there isn't really any danger on the left, and actually, let's just run all the way to the left so I can show you guys what is actually on that side of the world. And just confirm my suspicions that there is no portal there. Because if that is the case, then we can definitely just make 2 farms on the left, upgrade both of them, and that's just gonna get us a whole lot of money. See, we've never actually gone past this point. Sweet money. Alright, there's also this thing, which is new. Oh wait, that doesn't do anything. Wait, have we already been here, or...? So on one side, this is the end of the world. There's nothing here. There's no enemies that show up from here. There's nothing. So basically, this side is completely safe. The side on the right, however, does have a portal. That's where the enemies are coming from. That's what we need to destroy if we want to be safe. Now, there are some things that are different from the original Kingdom in terms of how you win the game and whatnot, but I would much rather not get into that right now, but do it later, once I get to show things a little bit more. For now, we're just focusing on expanding our kingdom. That's what it's really all about. Alright, go deer. Hopefully my hunters will kill these deer, because that's some good money. I think they give like 3 or 4 coins each. If they actually kill all of these, that would be amazing. Keep going. There's a 4th one now. Keep going, little buddies. That's right. Keep running. Keep running so my archers can kill you. Here we go. That's 1 down. That's 3 down. Oh my god. Okay, so when I was saying it, I wasn't actually expecting this to go down, but holy hell. That's pretty nice. That's some good stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna make a farm here then. Since we do have the ability to do this, we might as well just take advantage, is the way I see it. Oh my god, yep, this is what I'm talking about. This is where we start bringing in the big bucks. So I'm gonna just upgrade this right away, obviously. Which will upgrade it from a little wooden building to an actual sort of mini castle. And also, as far as I know, this is the final upgrade to this building. At least that's what it was in the original. I'm not entirely sure if it is in New Lands, though. Alright, here we go. We got a fight going. Alright, good job, guys. You killed him. However, I'm gonna make a better watchtower there. See, I'm pretty sure if I get rid of all trees here, that will remove the merchant's camp, and then he's no longer available. That would be bad, so I think I'm just gonna leave the trees here and just deal with this for now. Just gonna make sure we have some better protection on this side. Alright. So let's get the merchant. Here you go, buddy. And then send him out again. But this time, because the building is complete, for some reason he actually starts going like over here or somewhere, instead of standing in the middle of the main encampment. I don't know why he does that though. I was a little confused at first because he stands right next, I think, to the farming guy, like right in all these dudes. So sometimes it was a little difficult to see him or select him or, you know, stuff like that. But alright, defense-wise, we now have the strongest wall for now. We have a pretty good watchtower. So this is looking pretty good. Alright, all we really gotta do is just recruit more people, so that's what we'll do the day after. For now, let's see, we got the 2 new people. I want to make them archers because we are gonna need more archers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run all the way to the right and recruit 4 people from that side and just make all of them archers, just for protection. You know how it is. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it here for now. It is day 10. Pretty exciting stuff. We are still doing really well, I'd like to say. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I am still having a blast with this game, so definitely expect a lot more Kingdom New Lands. And with that said, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.